Gonna show you where we're at in our greenhouse. The little tomatoes that we remember we just I don't know, probably 30 days back, I have to check, we tore out these tomatoes because we had late blight on them and some other problems, and this is just was the better way to deal with what we had. We'd already harvested a lot of tomatoes off of those tomatoes, and they were not going to make it for us through the end of the year. So we went ahead and took them out and put in paste tomatoes, sauce tomatoes. I had one that did not make it, so I have replaced it with a slicer. You'll see some basil there that I picked earlier that will dehydrate. But so all of these are paste style tomatoes, paste or sauce. And we discussed that in the last video. There's stuff like striped Roman, San Marzano, and so on and so forth. But over here we left these tomatoes, and we have harvested probably another 10 pounds of tomatoes off of what was here. Obviously they're not here now. We're leaving this one. This is one of our project tomatoes, and it's looking good. We've got a little bit of a what appears to be a black mold, tomato mold growing on them. So we took all these out. A couple of them was actually doing pretty decent, but we went and took them out because we got some other ones that we want to plant. We've got a couple that we have already planted, and then I've got several started that we want to plant, and I've got a couple of volunteers that have come up in this bed here that we are going to plant. But we're going to put, this is a organic certified, Bonnie's all natural, as you can see, for organic gardening, and it's a copper fungicide. Now, we use a spray bottle in here most of the time. Out in the field we will use a sprayer, and it's simple. We can mix the concentrate right back into these spray bottles and use them for no more plants than what we have in here. And I will come back up later and get a few of these leaves off this that look rough, but you know, we just want to make sure that we keep this under control. We don't want this taking out our new plants. Nice basil plant. But I will actually open up this label and show you what we got. This is good for downy mildews, leaf and fruit spots, blights, and rust. Ideally, you're supposed to begin the treatment 2 weeks before the disease appears. After it appears, you're just kind of maintaining. You can still use it, and they want you to repeat it every 7 to 10 days, as long as it's needed, all the way up to harvest. And then, of course, if it rains, especially hard rains, you're going to need to reapply. But anyway, you can read the label. See if I can find tomatoes here to show you the other label. The concentrate has the tomatoes listed by themselves. There we go. So here we go. On tomatoes, potatoes, eggplants, and peppers. This will help with anthracnose, bacterial speck, bacterial spot, cercospora leaf spot, early blight, gray mold. Yeah, this is gray mold, sorry, that we've got here. Late blight, leaf mold, and septoria leaf spot. At least I think this was gray mold. I swear to nothing. I looked it up anyway, and this was one of the items they recommend to treat it. So, since we've had a problem with that in here, I want to make sure we don't get this on our new ones. So we are just going to spray our new tomatoes. Well, they're not real new now. These guys are 30 days old. And as you see, they are growing like crazy. I'm going to go through and spray the top. And then after I get done with the video, I will come back through and spray the bottoms of the leaves. These paste tomatoes we'll use for ourselves to can sauces and tomatoes, but we will also sell some of these. We sell them in our farm fresh produce boxes, and we'll sell some locally at the farmers market. We'll use these through the fall in our produce boxes. Keeps our customers in good food, organically grown. We are not organic certified, but we are certified naturally grown. And so we don't use any chemicals. Like I said, this copper fungicide is certified organic. We use Bonnie's Naturals collection for several things that we do around the farm. It's a great product. They've got fertilizers and so on and so forth. Now these guys, you know, you're looking at the growth. Some of these plants are over 2 feet tall. I've got some getting close to 3 feet, 32 inches or so. But these guys have had no added fertilizer since we planted them. We put these in with Espoma tomato tone and composted cow manure. That's Daddy Pete's composted cow manure, by the way. And this is the Espoma organic tomato tone. And all the soil that went into this bed is organic soil. We obviously didn't replace all the soil when we did this. We just spruced it up and worked in some fertilizer. Now, probably about another 30 days, these guys will definitely be ready for a hit of fertilizer. I'm going to give them a little bit of a shot today of, I'll show you in a second. It's Harris fish fertilizer, organic, and the only reason I'm doing it now is, if you can see, a lot of these plants are starting to set blooms. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we got blooms setting in a lot of these. And so these blooms will be setting fruit, obviously, and we don't want the fruit to have problems. We want it to grow and do well. And I think I can see some spots on some of these leaves. It's probably, probably already got some transference of the mold from the other plants to these plants. So we're going to be babysitting these guys through production, and we'll continue to spray about every 7 to 10 days as they desire. But here is the Harris organic fish fertilizer. Now I like the Harris, and there's some other varieties out there, but I like the Harris because we got a 33.03 or 33.3. Some of your fish fertilizers are massively nitrogen based, and you'll have like a 6.2 or a 6.3, and that is good if that's what you're looking for, but that's not what I'm looking for. I don't want these tomatoes to be all green growth. We want flowers, we want growth, we want everything. Oh, I haven't showed y'all our new trellis. I mean, we're not a big fancy greenhouse or anything, but if you look right up here, let me see if I can get you a good shot. Those are our new hook and roller and they come right down, and we'll hook them to the plant like we always have with tomato clips. And hope you can see that. And then when it's time to lower and lean these guys, we'll just take some slack off them. They have a brake system. I'll show you one here. Not hard to put together. See if I can do this one-handed. Bear with me. And pull the sticker off. But you get the roller, and you get the hook. I'm pretty sure we got these from A.M. Leonard. Let's see if I can show you this without driving you crazy. Anyway, you can see it snaps in right there. Let's get this in focus a little bit better. So we snap in there. So and you can see the brake. It's that little notch that needs to be on the side, away from. I'll show you in a second. Here is our release, this little handle. That's what releases it to allow you to roll it out. See how it catches the notch. See, we got the notch. Here I was talking to you and I put it on backwards. Easy to do. Anyway, you get the gist. It's got a little lock on it that keeps it from working. You'll remember we had conduit pipe in here before that we were using, and the conduit pipe worked. You can see we got some up there I still got to take down. The conduit pipe worked for what we were doing before, but we decided to make this a little bit easier, and so we have went to a I think it's a 12.5 gauge electric fencing wire. I think it's 12.5. I may have that wrong. Anyway, it's an aluminum wire. We use that to trellis our apple trees also. It's a real heavy wire. And so we're going to use that this year, and we'll convert the cucumbers over to it next season. So we're high hopes that this is going to be a better system than what we had. Well, actually, I know it's going to be a better system. The other one was a makeshift system, and it worked. It was a cheap way to get the job done, but I think this will be better for us. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you got any questions or comments, be sure to leave them below in the description. I hope this helps some of y'all. I hope it helps you to see what we're continually doing here on the farm to improve and make things better. This is a passion of ours, something that we do on a regular basis. Continue to try to improve our setup and what we do. Anyway, thank y'all for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe below. We just don't know how much it means to us. Having one more subscriber is always just amazing. But anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Thank you.